Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, Lynchburg. My name is Bobby Vinson. I'm a senior at the University of Lynchburg, and I'm a theater performance major. Which means two things. One, I like to stand on the stage. Two, I live in the world of change. I started doing theater when I was young, at the age of 7, down in Thomasville, Georgia, in Willy Wonka's production of The Chocolate Factory. I played a squirrel. I then moved to Wisconsin, and that was about 9 months. I moved to Chicago, well, right outside of Chicago, for 2 years, and I had no theater exposure for almost 3 years of my life. But I did pick up on other creative habits, like learning guitar, producing music, learning how to draw. But it wasn't until I moved to Lynchburg in 8th grade where I picked back up on theater at Bye Bye Birdie at Dunbar Middle School. Go Poets! And that was the first time where I felt I can make a home on the stage, and I can make friends that have similar interests like I do, just the nerd who likes music. I then spent 4 years of my life at EC Glass High School, working under both of the directors that are there now, as well as being an assistant tech director and acting at the same time. And as I was writing this speech, I was trying to figure out my pivotal moment, but it still sticks to me to this day when I was in a production of Hairspray. 2 weeks before I broke my knee, I ended up having to train an understudy and sit on stage for 5 minutes. But the big thing that came out of that I tell myself every single morning in the mirror, is to embrace the change and to roll with the punches. Now, the past 4 years at the University of Lynchburg, I have learned a lot about theater within my classes and theater management. But one big thing that struck me like gold was theater is not just for entertainment. A large part of our population continues to think that theater is there to make a quick buck, but really, it is a live stage form of art. It is there to create change and to help you feel the things you need to feel by saying the things we don't want to say. Now, thank you. Recently, a group of mine over at Curtain Call, over at the University of Lynchburg, we went to New York City and performed at the cabaret at 54 Below. While we were there, we got to meet a lot of artists that were pursuing their own dreams, along with standing in the face of our school who cut both of our programs in education and arts, saying that we can still do this. And we saw a show like Cabaret, which talked about anti-Semitism, World War II, and took political views back then and matched them to our daily times. That is what theater is about. It is about the change and the stories that you can tell for everybody around. Now, you may be asking, what if we don't have the money to go to New York? Or what if we don't have $1 million to go tell everybody the difference and how to change? I've worked with some of the greatest minds here in Lynchburg. In Bart Conservatory over at In-Station Theater, Wolfbane Productions, the Academy Center of the Arts, the building we are in right now, and of course, the Lynchburg Beacon of Hope. They are all here in our communities to make change, to help us embrace the change, to make a better tomorrow for our students and for our families and for all the people here. I want to say that it's scary. Change is scary. We know change is scary. Trust me, I know change is scary. I work in theater. Are you kidding me? I was painting a set earlier today before I came here because I have an opening night across town. It's constant fear if it's going to get done on time and adapting to what is in the unknown. But let me tell you, as a little kid who came from Georgia and now is standing on this stage, you can embrace the change. You can make the change happen. It's just up to us to help each other. And to leave you with a quote from George Bernard, the writer of the show Pygmalion, which if you haven't read it, really about change. Imagination is the beginning of creation. Imagine what you desire. You will what you create, and you create what you will. Thank you.